Hail friends, welcome back to the channel. Bob here, and this is Wurm Online. We're continuing our boat building process, but what I've been doing before I continue is basically repairing my building. I don't log in every day to Wurm at the moment. It's not like I'm not super focused on the game. I'm just kind of learning things as I go along, and I logged in, and my building, I hadn't even gone for a few days, but my building was decaying away, essentially. It was very low. I mean, it was very low quality, so I can't really complain. So I've just been upgrading it a bit, improving it, I should say. So let's have a look. Yeah, I just been improving it basically. Yeah, just so that it sticks around for a bit longer. I've kind of got all of the sections up to about QL for 14 or so. What's the roof currently at? 5. Yeah, and from what I can tell, I mean, I did the door like maybe a day ago, and I think there's still no damage. There's still no damage on that, so I think that this will probably, hopefully, mean that it will last a fair few, however long. But we'll keep improving the roof. I've been as you can probably imagine, there's been little progress on the boat because of that, but that's okay. It's not a problem. I did do the whole planks for the boat. I do find, I mean, if you've been on the channel for a while, you'll know that in games I don't generally do too much in the way of trade skills. It's not because I don't enjoy them, but I do feel that for most MMOs, they're the most cynical part of the game, I feel, from a development point of view. They're just massive time sinks, and I think that, and I do feel that the time sinks are cynical quite often. I think they just don't need to be as bad as they are. And I must confess, like I'm kind of a bit mixed about Wurm so far. I've quite enjoyed improving my shack. Actually, it's been quite. It's just quite therapeutic. Something it's just quite nice to do. Stress free. Yeah, I've just enjoyed it. But the other thing as well. But there are some things that I have found quite frustrating. And that's where the cynical time sinks kind of come in. So for example, to repair a wall, you need planks. So you go and chop the tree down. You then need to make planks. You can fail making planks. That's a thing. That's fine. I kind of understand that. So you've chopped down your trees. You've made your planks, as many as you think you might need. And then when you go to repair a section, that also fails quite often. So I'm not sure if there's a way of looking at it, but when I repair, I can't see what my percentage chance is to actually the repair is a success. And obviously, if you fail the repair, you lose a plank. And to me, that all adds up to just being, just far too much of a time sink. It just feels cynical, and I really don't think that it needs to be that way. I can understand that there needs to be some form of progress where you feel that you're making progress, because obviously when you get your carpentry up to 100, there's got to be some. Oops, pardon me, I just knocked my mic. There's got to be some progress that you can visibly measure, obviously. But my carpentry is 27 now, and I just feel that there are quite simple things that I'm doing that are just failing too much. And I just feel that after chopping the wood, then making the planks, then also giving you a failure where you might lose the plank. I mean, maybe that's real life carpentry. Fair enough. You might damage a plank, but yeah, it just feels like it's one time sink on top of another, which was a bit of a shame. And also felt the same with the boat as well. You chop your trees, you make your whole planks, and then when you apply them, you can fail. And when you fail, the plank gets damaged. So yeah, for me personally, I just felt there was just maybe too many time sinks, and it didn't need to be as yeah, it didn't need to take as long. Oh, hello. It didn't need to take as long as it did. I felt, but there you go. You know, it's. I understand that as my skills get higher, things get easier, and probably by the time you're up to close to 100, it's all plain sailing. I've no idea. But I have just first part of this video. I've just let's just check my door. Yeah, first part of the video. I have improved my shack and I needed 50 whole planks as well, you know, so it's not like these are small amounts, and I've applied the whole planks to my boat. These are the things that I now need. I'm not quite, some of them I'm not quite sure. I'm going to need different materials for them, I think, probably. But I think what I'll probably do next is let's have a look at pegs. Search and crafting recipes. What do we need for a peg? We need a shaft. So carving knife and a shaft. Okay. I wonder if you get more than one peg from a shaft. So I'll go away and make some shafts, make some pegs, and then I'll give you an update. Hello friends, welcome back to the video. So I've made my 50 pegs. I've got some more materials in case I need more pegs, because what we'll check is we'll see what the failure is like on pegs. If there is any failure at all, I'm not sure, but it's quite easy to make. You use your dagger on a log to make shafts, then you use your dagger on the shaft to make pegs. Each shaft is, I think you get maybe 5 pegs from a shaft. I'm not sure. Is it 0.2? I think it might be 0.2. But anyway, that's how you make them. So we're going to go and apply them to the boat. When you're applying stuff to the boat, it seems quite straightforward to me. It says add to crafting window. You then move the item that you want to add to the boat into this box, and then you just click. Oh, too far away. Okay, fair enough. Okay, then you add them, and it will slowly go down until this number will go down until you've added everything you need. Then you move on to the next one. I might do the tenons next. I'm sure there's going to be some stuff here that's harder because I need to go and scavenge the resources to make them, but I'm just getting the big numbers out of the way first. So okay, so that was a success. What's that combined? I can't see. I can't see. It doesn't tell me what my success rate is to add these things to the boat. Yes, that was a. See some damage. Okay, so. Okay, this is the same as the pegs. So that peg, adding that peg was a failure. So there was some damage, basically. Yeah. Okay. Oh, so it didn't try and apply that same peg again. It tried to apply another peg and damage that one as well. Okay, well. I've got 50 pegs to apply. So it's gone back to that peg. So that's now more damaged. Yeah, I've got 50 pegs to apply. This is going to take some time. There is a failure. There is a failure for it. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what my percentage is. I mean, my shipbuilding skill is quite low. That was another failure. Damages the peg severely. Eek. Okay. So I think this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think I've tried 5 attempts and I've had 1 success so far. Another failure. Okay. Well, I'll carry on going and I'll let you know when I've finished. Hello friends, welcome back again. Yeah, apologies, this video is obviously very bitty, but that's just the nature of kind of what I'm doing. I'm just kind of updating you as I do things, really, just to yeah, so what I'm trying to do is kind of give over, put across my kind of my feelings and experiences as I'm doing what I'm doing, you know. And I know that some people out there might think that I'm just criticising everything, but I'm just trying to give my first impression kind of feelings towards what I've been doing. And I'm just about to put in the last peg, maybe if it lets me, onto the boat. It's taken me rough from when you started to watch me put the pegs into the boat. It's taken me roughly an hour and a half. And I guess like my initial thoughts were, this is a bit ridiculous, and this is kind of what I don't like about MMO crafting systems. I mean, an hour and a half to sit here just to keep clicking continue until you've put 50 pegs onto your boat. There must be a better way of doing it. I mean, if I kind of add in all the time that it's taken me, you get a lot of failures as well, which doesn't help. But looking at the time it's taken me, I guess like going and chopping the wood and making the planks was probably another half an hour. So it's taken me 2 hours to farm the resources, make the resources and attach them to the boat, and an hour and a half of that has been attaching the pegs to the boat, that's probably a bit longer than that, because I had to get some logs, then make shafts, then make pegs. As you can see, just like loads of failures as well. You can see what my skills have been while I've been doing it. I've got like some bonus speed gain for my skills. So I've gained these two. I've gained this amount since I've been building. So it'll give you an idea of what my skills were when I started. So yeah, I'm still trying to fit the last peg. I mean, I think I've been here about 10 minutes trying to do this. Just, you know. I'm sure there's probably somewhere where I can find out about it, maybe on the wiki or something, I don't know, but there we go. Okay, so that's it. Peg's done. I'm not sure if I'm doing this in the correct manner, but I guess it kind of doesn't really matter. So I think I'm probably going to go for the tenons next. 50 of those. So it's telling me I've actually got a log left. So does it matter which one it goes in? I'm not sure. Log plus carving knife equals tenon. Okay, so I've got a 59% chance of making the tenon. So I wonder how many tenons I can get from a log. We will see. Okay, so what was that? 1.4? The weight that was used up there, I think. That was a failure. Yeah, I mean, my initial thoughts with this car, I mean, with that was an hour and a half to stand there clicking continue. You just think there must be a better way of implementing these kind of mechanics, you know. But maybe there's not. But then you kind of reflect a bit, and obviously, again, as I said before, there needs to be some time input. Otherwise, you know, when you raise your skills, you feel little effect. But I do feel, maybe I was unlucky, but I do feel that maybe I'm trying to build my boat with too low a skill. I guess that could possibly also be part of the problem. So yeah, I mean, trying to be fair, taking all that into account, it could certainly be my skill. Okay. Yeah, the percentages seem way off as well. I was making shafts earlier, 72%. I couldn't believe how many failures I was getting. I mean, I feel that the percentages don't seem right either, and it's not just from creating one item. This has been just from creating a number of items. There was another item where I had a 70% chance, but the failures were just, you know, off the scale, and it could just be RNG, but when you do it across a number of items, it begins to feel a bit weird. Let's see what we get here. So yeah, so I guess at the moment I'm now in a situation where I'll probably just go and get some more logs, I guess. 50 tenons, and I can apply those. I've got no reason to think that it's not going to take a similar amount of time, but yeah, so far we're getting there. But and it is. I mean, it is quite relaxing. Yeah. So we've now had 9 attempts to create a tenon, and we've succeeded twice. Now, obviously, as I said before, this could all be down to RNG, but this keeps happening. So I kind of feel a bit like these numbers are a bit of a con at the moment. That's kind of how it feels. And so it's not the first time it's happened. It's happened pretty much every time I've gone to make something. So yeah, okay. But anyway, I'll come back and update you. I'm not sure if this will be the last part of the video. Maybe it will be. Maybe what I need to do is just get these wooden items out of the way that I'm making, and then look at some of the other more interesting items where I might need to go and scavenge for stuff. So maybe what I'll do is I'll end the video here, and then I'll get all of the wooden parts done, all of these small bits, and then when we come back in the next video, we'll start looking at different items. Yeah, thanks for watching, and I'll speak to you again soon.